All right, so here we go. We're going to put our balls into our side link arms. There's side links, one up, one down. Just using some pliers to pop them in there. Don't believe there's a direction on the arms, so I don't think it matters which way. Correct me if I'm wrong, but definitely have to have one up and one down. Right, now we're gonna put the M2 screws in. Got to use the smaller 1.5 hex driver to put them in. Yeah, well, it does say left and right on the instructions. So I think that's just the direction that you put the M2 screw in. So this side is facing up and the other side is facing down. Or so I'm going to put the screws in this way. This one just went in. It does have a space for the screw to go through, and then on the other side is where it gets tight. So I believe you want these to pivot around freely. So I'll tighten it up a little bit at a time and make sure that it moves easy. Yeah, I think that's tight enough there. So, once again, you can see the screw go right through the arm and into the other side. And I'll start screwing it in. So the other side, I'll make sure is facing, the screws are facing outwards. All right, still moving around. And I think that's tight enough. So that one's good. All right. So, all right. So this one has to go like that. Oh, so I ended up putting the screws. Let me see here. This one's facing up. Yeah, I have this one backwards, so I got to pop these balls back out and reinstall them. So I'll just grab a bigger driver and push them through. Just like that. So no one's perfect at this. Well, at least I'm not. All right, so the direction of this, so this has to face outwards. This ball has to face downwards. All right, so we take that screw back out. And put this back in. And grab my pliers, pop it back in. And the other one, I gotta go in reverse. And now the screws. So apparently there is a left and a right. Not a little too tight there. The bolt's not moving now. So I'll back it off and there we go. It's moving nice and freely now. And so now we get to put these onto the chassis. And this is an M3 by 5. So one faces down and one faces up. So the one that faces up goes to the bottom of the chassis that goes into the Teflon on this side. This is a round head screw, and the other one is a flathead screw that goes into the chassis. All right. Oh, yes. So in here, there's 2 countersinks and 2 buttons. So, and I'm going to put a drop of Loctite on these. Literally just a drop. And one on the other side. There's probably enough on the side of the bottle. Maybe not. And nice and snug. And yet they seem to move around pretty freely. Now we're going to put the buttons in, and once again I'm going to put another drop on these. Now I have enough for both of them on that one. All right. Well, maybe not, but all right. So this is an M3 driver, and I just want to give it a nice snug. I'm going to do the same to the other side just to make sure it's nice and snug. Oh yeah, that's on there good. All right. One more drop. Right. Snug it up with the driver. Oh yeah, awesome. All right, once again, just want to wipe some of the stuff off. Make sure it's nice and clean. All right. So we have the side links in and it moves all nice and freely. Now we got ULP screw heads. All right. And that goes into here. And this goes right here. Nope, other way around. All right. And so with this, we get to open up another package. And we need 4 of these screws for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So this one, we need to have this center shaft. And this is the damper post that we're going to put on with a flathead M3 screw. So instead of a shock, it has a damper in it instead. By the way, I just need some tea to wet the tube. All right. Oh, still got a washer in that package. All right, so here's some side springs. And then the damper springs. And there's the tube. And we have a washer with a shoulder, or 2 of them. Oh, so, and a nut. And another, I believe that is for the sides for the springs with the damper post. All right, so we have a M3 screw here. And so I want to turn this around to represent the manual. And so this flips over. It is countersunk there for the screw to go into it. And so I am going to put a drop of Loctite onto this guy. And then it really comes out, not just a little bit, but a lot. All right. Just tuck that into there. And put our dampener post in there. Make it tight. Oh yeah, that feels good. Fit right into it. All right, and this just sits onto there. And then we're going to put these screws into it, into the plastic piece again, or nylon. I'm just going to start them all before snuggling them tight. All right, so I'm going to give this one a nice tighten there. And jump to the other side, tighten it back and forth. Just so it's kind of even when it's laying down. All right. So that was step 6. Step 7, and this is where we get to mount the dampening discs. With these, we got 2 gold springs there that go off of this dampening disc. All right, so this is, I'm just going to set this to the side, and I am going to grab a couple washers that I do want to put underneath the dampening discs, just to make them all even.